What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel today. We're going to be talking about why I think the 6D Mark I is the best used full frame budget camera, best bang for your buck that you can buy in the end stages of 2019 and going into 2020. So guys, this is Canon's entry-level full-frame camera, basically the bottom of the line to get into full frame. It's the Canon 6D Mark I. They just came out with a 6D Mark II a couple years ago. We'll get into that, but we're going to talk about why this is just such a great camera. So I picked this thing up used, which is pretty much going to be the only option at this point in time, off of Craigslist. Now you can go on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, all day long. A good condition one of these, 500, 600 bucks. Usually depending on shutter count, how well the person before you took care of it, the condition that it's in, if everything still works. Now comparing that to some other cameras, brand new 80D is still gonna run you around $1,000 with a lens. The 90D is above that. A used 5D Mark II, which is another good camera in this question, is usually around $400 to $500, but this has newer parts and pieces, better low light sensitivity, and is just a better all-around camera than the 5D Mark II. That camera is still a good piece of equipment to use. Dual card slots, fully weather sealed. If you're more professional, that might be the way to go. But that's still gonna run you, like I said, $400 to $500. A 5D Mark III is gonna be around $1,000 to $1,300, all depending on, like I said, condition, shutter count, and how well somebody took care of it before you. And then finally, the 6D Mark II is anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500, depending on sales. Black Friday just happened, so I know that they are on sale for, I think, $11.99. Basically, the biggest difference is you're gonna get that flip-out screen. It's still the beginner full-frame camera in the Canon's lineup. Personally, I don't think it's worth double the price of what you can get with this camera. So I said this was a full-frame camera. If you have a budget of around $500, you could probably get like a used 70D right around there, maybe a used 80D, just the body, $500, $600. But the advantages of full frame and getting into full frame, if you've never done it before, it's a lot different than crop sensors. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube where people say, oh, you don't need full frame. Once you go full frame, once you've experienced full frame, you're never gonna wanna go back to crop sensor. The biggest advantages of having full frame, you're able to collect more data in your photos. You're gonna have better low light capabilities, basically because there is more area on that sensor to suck in light, to take the picture, to capture what you want to capture. Now you're also going to get a shallower depth of field. Now say if you're using an f4 lens on a full frame camera versus an f4 lens on a crop sensor camera, you're going to get a lot better bokeh, shallower depth of field with a full frame camera, just because, like I said, there's more real estate with the bigger sensor, more light to come in, more opportunity to blur out that background. The third thing I want to talk about is this is still a 20 megapixel sensor, which is definitely still relevant in today's world. The new EOS R is a 30 megapixel sensor. I think the 5D Mark IV is right around there too. But this is going to be head and shoulders above anything like a point and shoot, your iPhone, your Samsung, anything like that. iPhones are making a very big statement right now with their cameras, but the sensor on an iPhone versus the sensor on this is going to be light years ahead. One of these $500 versus an iPhone Pro, starting off at $1,000. If you're getting serious about photography or you want to step into it, this is just such a great buy. The fourth thing I want to talk about is the video quality of this. So if you're buying a camera and you want to do video, you're thinking about doing photos, this is a perfect medium, a perfect best of both worlds. It's going to be able to shoot full HD at 24 frames a second, which is going to give you that real nice, smooth, cinematic look. The 24 frames, it does 60 frames, but that's at 720p. But the big thing is that 24 frames a second full HD is going to give you good video quality and something that looks very professional. Now the last thing I want to talk about is this camera is not fully weather sealed, but it is very robust. With a bigger sensor, you're gonna have to have a bigger body. It's got a very nice grip on it. You guys can see my hand here. The pinky is on the camera. I have like medium-sized hands, I guess. Feels really good. It's got a nice thickness to it. It's got a nice weight. Once you put a battery grip on there with a couple of batteries, it feels amazing. Some other honorable mentions here is you're gonna be getting Canon's color science, which is award-winning. It's very good. It's very liked by a lot of people. I'm a Canon guy at heart. I ended up going to the dark side for a little bit. I got a A7 III, came back, got a crop sensor M50, which is what I'm shooting on here right now, with a 17 to 40 with a Viltrox adapter. Canon, there's just something about it. You have all these used lenses that you can pick up off eBay secondhand for good prices. Nothing like buying a Sony lens that's $2,500, and there's not very much of a used market because it's such a new market, and a lot of those people that have them are holding on to them, and it's still very, very expensive. Now, you take this 6D that you buy for $500, $600, and you throw on a nifty 50 for about $125. For around $650 to $700, you're gonna have an amazing camera setup. Full frame capability, 1.8 f-stop. This is gonna be great for using for Instagram pictures. You can use this professionally, you can use this for weddings, you can use this for any type of thing that you could possibly think about. Like I said, low light performance is so important with this in the full frame. Say if you're doing weddings that are poorly lit, or if you're doing concerts, there's usually not too much lighting going on there. This makes for a heck of a setup for not that much money for the amount of features that you're getting. Anyways guys, thanks for watching this video. Drop me a comment, hit that subscribe button, give me a like. We will see you in the next video, and I appreciate you watching, and have a great day. Peace.